Let's get some big bets going. Let's
All right.
get our fans, our father-son fans here with some picks that they can win some money on Team Money. We're going to do a lock of the week, a dog lock, and then if Team Money asks me, a prop lock of the week, a player prop lock of the week. But let's go to our lock pick of the week. It's a pick that you can take to the bank, man. Team Money, who do you got this week?
I got the Bucs -2.5 versus the Saints. I know it's at the Saints, and everyone's going to say the Saints, won this weekend and they put up a good amount of points and Michael Thomas is back, yada, yada, yada. You did it versus the Falcons. Okay. The Falcons were wiping them early, like just crushing the Saints. The Bucs aren't going to let a team like that come back when they're already beating them. And this team is 10 times the team that the Falcons are, regardless of if you have any questions about the Bucs. They're still contenders. I think Tom Brady didn't have a great game last week, wasn't as focused. I think he's going to be dialed in this week and just come in and destroy these Saints. I don't see that. If this was at the Bucs, this would be a 6-point line. So I don't see the Saints staying with the Bucs here at all.
Okay. I like that pick. But historically, the Saints have played them tough. But 2.5, maybe they can still overcome that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to go to Lincoln Financial Field for the Monday night game. The Vikings visit Philadelphia. The Eagles are 1.5-point favorites in this one. The over-under is 51.5. I like the Eagles here. The matchup will feature the two of the better receivers in the NFL. We got Justin Jefferson, had 184 yards and 2 touchdowns against A.J. Brown, who had 155 yards in week 1. Minnesota's going to be the trendy pick. Everybody likes them. They're coming in. They're the dog. But they historically have not played well on Monday night, Team Money. 4-12 against the spread. They also are 3-27 against the spread following a win. Okay, Team Money? And also the Eagles are 3-0-1. The last 4 times they've been a home favorite. I'm going with Philadelphia here, man. They started as a 3-point favorite. It's now down to 1.5. Give me the Eagles with that 1.5 before that line changes, baby.
All right. I like it. I don't like that you're going against my Vikings, though, but Kirk Cousins, you're right, is not good in primetime games. So I totally understand this pick. He's sometimes when the lights are brightest, he doesn't perform the best. But hey, did I tell you about that Vikings pick last week? I told you to take the Vikings. I just needed to call that out, even though I didn't get the dog lock pick because we had a restriction on it. So I should get a half point for that. Let me go to my dog lock. My dog lock here, and that's the Commanders -2.5 versus the Lions. Okay, I know the Lions played the Eagles well, but I think the Eagles kind of packed it in after they got up big. The Commanders played the Jags, and the Jags I'm higher on than the Lions. Okay, I like the Jags. So they had control of that game. They let the Jags back in it a little bit, but Carson Wentz looked good. All right, those running back Antonio Gibson looked good, and so did Curtis Samuel and Terry McLaurin. That was a decent offense.
Dare we say Carson Wentz? I mean,
if Carson Wentz can play like that again versus a mediocre Lions team who should be up for the running for one of the worst teams in the league, 2.5 seems like too big for me. And I'll take the Commanders in this game. Shocking that the Lions are favored. Shocking. I apologize. Is it the Lions are favored -2.5? So this will be +2.5 for the Commanders. So yeah, shocked here that the Lions are favored in this game by 2.5.
I'm just getting your bet down here. Commanders +2.5 on Team Money's dog lock. All right. Hey, I'm gonna just add to that. Carson Wentz, second in week 1 in fantasy points, 29 fantasy points behind Josh Allen.
Yeah.
It was Carson Wentz, number 2. That's crazy, man. Hey, let's go to Acrisure Stadium. You probably don't know where Acrisure Stadium's at, but that's Team Money.
That is the Pittsburgh's new stadium.
That is in Pittsburgh, Team Money. That is in Pittsburgh. Not Heinz Stadium. It's Acrisure Stadium. Wonder what they sold that for. The naming rights. A lot of money for that Heinz family, probably. Hey, where the New England Patriots coming to town. You talked about it earlier, man. Pittsburgh's getting 1.5 points, and the over-under's 40. The lowest of week 2. This is going to be a slugfest, low scoring, beat it out game. The Patriots are favored despite their terrible performance in week 1. They play the Steelers on the road. I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying it. I like that home team. The Patriots are currently 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 road games. They're 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games. And Mac Jones might not even play. And finally, Team Money, did you know the Steelers are 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games against the AFC? So give me the Steelers plus 1.5 at home here for my dog lock pick of the week. And
so let's move on to one of my favorite segments, G-Man's prop lock of the week.
Yeah. Who do I got? Hey, man, I'll tell you, when we record on Tuesday, there's not a lot of these player props that are out there yet. So I kind of give you my feeling, but I'm gonna give you a pick. I like Saquon Barkley here over 0.5 rushing touchdowns. Okay. Did you see what Cleveland did in week 1 versus the Carolina defense? Saquon's up against a Carolina defense that Hunt and Chubb combined for 187 yards, 5.7 yards a carry against that Carolina defense. And now we got Saquon coming in behind a better offensive line. He's the guy that they go to in the red zone. He's the guy that can break off a long run and get it to the end zone. I just think Saquon's going to get a touchdown and beat this player prop of a half over 0.5 rushing touchdowns. Saquon Barkley. That's my pick of the week for the player prop. They're not out yet, but I like AJ Brown or Hurts, something to do with those two together on offense going over. I think the Eagles are going to get some offense going with those two guys. I also do like Kirk Cousins, even though I predicted him to lose. I do like Kirk Cousins, the man behind me, to put up some big numbers. The over-under is 51 in that Philly Vikings game. So they could both put up some points. So those are my player props of the week, man.
All right. I love it, G-Man. Nice.